Have you ever been on a date or texting a girl you like, and suddenly the entire conversation goes flat? You're racking your brain, desperately searching for something to say. A few seconds of silence suddenly feel like an eternity. She glances at her phone. You start overthinking, and the vibe that was flowing so well is gone in an instant. It happens to everyone. The truth is, attraction doesn't usually fade because of looks or money. It fades when you run out of things to say. Awkward silences kill momentum faster than anything else. When conversation dies, energy dies. And when energy dies, attraction goes with it. But what if I told you there's a simple structure that guarantees you never run out of things to say? A repeatable loop that keeps conversations playful, light, and even endless if you want them to be. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use what I call the 3-question loop so you never feel stuck again. You'll see how it works in real life, on dates, in casual conversations, and even in Instagram DMs. And you'll learn how pacing, pauses, and timing make it feel smooth instead of forced. The problem of awkward silences. Most guys crash in conversations because they rely on random questions. They ask things like, "So, what do you do? Where are you from?" Or, "What's your favorite color?" At best, these questions feel predictable. At worst, they feel like a job interview. And when the answers are short, such as, "I work in finance," or "I'm from Texas," or "blue," you're left with nothing. The conversation hits a dead end. What makes it worse is the pressure that silence creates. She thinks you're nervous. You feel her pulling away. And instead of letting things breathe, you panic and start asking filler questions. That pressure is what kills attraction. Solution. The 3-question loop. The solution is a structure. The 3-question loop is simple, natural, and repeatable. It works like this. You begin with an observation. You follow it up with a short mini-story of your own. And you close with a playful A-B choice question. That one sequence alone keeps things moving. And here's the best part. Her answer to the last step fuels your next observation, which starts the loop all over again. It's a cycle you can run endlessly without running out of things to say. Step 1. The observation. Observation is the spark. It's how you show that you're present and engaged. Instead of throwing out a generic question, you make a remark about something real, something you notice in the moment. Imagine you're on a date and she's wearing a leather jacket. You might say, "You know, that jacket makes you look like you're about to star in your own Netflix crime series." Suddenly, she's laughing, picturing herself as the lead character. Or maybe you're in a cafe and she's holding her drink with both hands. You can say, "That's definitely the 'don't talk to me until I finish this coffee' grip." It's simple, funny, and it shows her you're actually paying attention. Observation works online, too. If she posts an Instagram story of her dog, you can reply with, "Okay, but is he really the boss of the house, or do you just pay the rent?" That one line makes the interaction personal and playful. The reason observation works so well is that it makes her feel seen. Most guys don't notice details. When you do, it sets you apart instantly. Step 2. The mini-story. After you make your observation, you immediately bring it back to yourself with a mini-story. This is where most men fail. They either say nothing at all, which kills the flow, or they go too far and tell a long, boring life story. The trick is balance. A mini-story is a short, playful anecdote that adds color to the conversation. Think of it like seasoning on food. A little bit enhances the flavor. Too much ruins the dish. For example, if she orders sushi, you can follow with, "Last time I tried sushi, I thought wasabi was guacamole. I don't think my sinuses have recovered since." That's short, funny, and instantly relatable. If she mentions traveling, you could say, "I once booked a flight thinking it was a 2-hour trip. Turned out it was 10 hours, and I had packed only one sandwich." She'll laugh, and she'll see you as human, not just another guy asking questions. Mini-stories work because they reveal your personality. They show that you're comfortable sharing. They also invite her to share her own experiences in return. And most importantly, They create emotions, laughter, curiosity, surprise. Conversations are not about trading information. They're about trading emotions. Step 3. The A/B choice question. Now comes the final piece of the loop, the A/B choice question. Instead of asking something broad and heavy like, "What do you do for fun?" you give her a playful choice between two options. This makes answering easier, creates a sense of fun, and gives you a natural path forward. For example, if you're still on the sushi topic, you can say, "So what's your team? Chopsticks or fork?" If she answers chopsticks, you can tease her. "Chopsticks? You're a pro. I'm definitely the guy stabbing sushi with a fork when no one's looking." If you're on the topic of travel, you can ask, "Dream vacation, beach in Bali or mountain cabin in Switzerland?" If she says Bali, you can observe, "Knew it. You're secretly a sun chaser. I bet you already have 5 swimsuits packed." The beauty of A/B questions is that they keep momentum alive. Even if she tries to say both, you can tease her for dodging. Both? That's cheating. You only get one. And then her choice becomes your next observation. If she says Switzerland, you can reply, "Mountain person, huh? I tried camping once and nearly froze in July. How do you survive in the cold?" Just like that, you're back in the loop again. Why this loop works so well. Observation hooks her attention. The mini-story builds connection. The A/B question keeps the rhythm alive. Each step naturally sets up the next, like dominoes falling one after the other. And because you can repeat it indefinitely, you never run out of things to say. You don't need hundreds of pickup lines or clever facts to memorize. All you need is this simple loop. When you use it, conversations feel smooth, fun, and endless. Practical examples. Let's put this into practice. Imagine you're on a date and she orders spicy food. You say, "That's a bold move. I once tried ghost pepper wings and ended up crying in front of the waiter. So tell me, are you team mild or team burn your tongue?" In a casual conversation, maybe you notice she has 20 tabs open on her laptop. You say, "You're definitely a multitasker. I once crashed my computer with 50 tabs. So, are you a tab closer or a tab collector?" In Instagram DMs, perhaps she posts 3 coffee pics in a week. You write, "You're definitely caffeine-powered. I once went 24 hours without coffee and nearly turned into a zombie. Be honest, are you team latte or team black coffee?" Each of these examples flows naturally. You're not interrogating her. You're creating rhythm and playful energy. The psychology behind it. The loop works because of basic psychology. Observations demonstrate confidence. Instead of begging her to entertain you, you lead with your perspective. Mini-stories create relatability because people bond through stories and emotions, not dry facts. A/B questions lower pressure and makes it fun to engage. She doesn't feel tested. She feels entertained. And there's a deeper reason. This structure creates momentum. Every loop gives you the material for the next one. That's why conversations feel endless and silences disappear. The role of pacing. Even with the loop, pacing is critical. Keep your mini-stories short, 20 seconds max. Don't ramble. After your story, pause. Let her laugh or react before you jump in again. And switch topics when the energy is high, not when it's already gone flat. If she laughs at your story, that's the moment to pivot into your next observation. Conversations are like music. They rise, they peak, and then they change track. Conversations die when you drag a topic until it's dry. Why this feels endless. The genius of the 3-question loop is that it constantly feeds itself. Every answer she gives fuels your next move. If she says latte, you can reply, "Of course, latte people are the softies of the coffee world. I tried black once and felt like I unlocked a new personality. So what's harder to give up, coffee or Netflix?" Just like that, you're in the next loop. There's no silence and no awkwardness.
So here's the big takeaway. Awkward silences don't happen because you're boring. They happen because you don't have a structure. The 3-question loop gives you that structure. It keeps conversations fresh, playful, and flowing naturally. The best part is, it doesn't feel like a trick. It feels natural. Women love men who can keep conversations moving without pressure. They love men who notice details, share fun stories, and keep things light.
So practice this loop today. Try it in your next text, your next DM, or your next date. Notice how it changes the vibe instantly. Notice how she leans in. Notice how the conversation stops feeling like hard work and starts feeling effortless. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about momentum. When you recycle this loop, conversations feel endless. Attraction builds naturally, and awkward silences disappear. Now I want to hear from you. What's the most awkward silence you've ever had in the conversation? Drop it in the comments, I'll be reading them. And if you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next one. Because in the next video, I'll share my secret formula for pass her tests, the calm reframe. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.